Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, guys. Welcome back to the channel. How's your day going? I hope you're having a great one. Thank you guys for joining back again. As always, you know what I do here, give you guys update regarding Nigerian Spikers. And quickly, there are a number of updates for this video. But firstly, I'm going to start with a bit of a recap from the last video. If you caught the last video, you would know that we talked about Nigerian Falcons haven't already qualified after beating Cameroon 1-0 yesterday in Abuja. So they've now qualified to the next round of the CAF Olympic Women's Games. The qualifier, the next one actually, and they're now waiting for the winner between Tanzania and South Africa. Of course, South Africa are very likely to be the ones to qualify to the next round to play Nigeria, because they already have a victory of 3-0 in the first leg, but they are still going to play the second leg today. If Tanzania can pull up a surprise, get a massive win, maybe 4-0 probably, then they will now knock out South Africa and play Nigeria in the next round. But it's very likely that South Africa, is going to emerge victorious in that one. And of course, more updates incoming, so make sure you're subscribed to the channel, guys, to never miss an update. And moving forward, guys, let me let you know that Esther Okoronkwo, the goal scorer for that game against Cameroon yesterday, actually posted something a little bit scary on her Instagram. She posted a picture that shows where she had a cut, a very nasty cut just at the top of her eyes, and 2 stitches to it. But the caption is, something that gives us a bit of a relief, because she's saying that she's okay, she's fine, she's recovering well, from that. And of course, we are happy to hear her say that, because she's one of the shining lights, one of the young players that that is actually stepping up to the occasion, especially with the likes of Asisat now getting old and not being able to play for 90 minutes. So great one for her. Of course, guys, moving on, let me give you other updates. Nigeria is waxing really strong. We are now sort of like a market for young talents, for European club sides to come in and start picking young talented players and sign them in their countries. Why I'm saying this is that there have been a number of transfers happening for our young players, 18-year-old, 19-year-old, and all of that. If you remember the last video, we talked about Ebenezer Akinsamiro actually making his debut for Inter Milan. He's only 19 years old, but he has already started making history as only the 9th player that has made his senior appearance for Inter Milan. But of course, we have other players on the underground that have also been making transfers to European countries. We have the likes of Ebenezer Lucky, who's an 18-year-old talented player. He has now signed a 5-year deal with Lindstrom, which is a club side in the Norwegian league. He actually went on trial to the club, and after impressing, the club decided to keep him and sign him on a 5-year deal. Congrats to him. We also have Obasi Onyebuchi, who's from the Beyond Limits Academy, the guys that recently had a triumph, in Italy. And of course, Onyebuchi has now signed for a Norwegian club side, Vålerenga, and will now be joining them from Remo Stars Beyond Limits. Congrats to the guys. We have a lot of transfers going down, at the grassroots, in the under 18s, under 17s, under 20s. Lots of European club sides, coming into the country to sign our players. Which makes Nigeria a really big market, for scouting these young stars. Wish them all the best, guys, and of course, with their talents, we are almost certain that they are going to perform. So the next update, guys, let me let you know that Moffi and the Ivorian attacker Jeremy Boga have both been honored with a celebratory gesture, before OGB Nice's game against Clermont this past weekend. So obviously the occasion was for their exploits in the just concluded African Cup of Nations. Of course, Braga, carried the gold medal, won the AFCON with his country, Ivory Coast, and of course Moffi won the runner-up in second place with Nigeria. So it was just a kind gesture that OGB needs, a very supportive club. Let me add that one. Decided to, do for them. But during the gameplay versus Clermont, Moffi actually made appearance for that match. He played only 29 minutes, but was unable to get any sparks in that match as they played out a 0-0 scoreline for that one. Moffi is still trying to get his groove on, just like the other players. Having returned from the AFCON, it's still going to take a little time to gel with the team. But we know the quality that Moffi has, on his day. He is possibly the deadliest striker in the league. Trust me on that one. So guys, moving forward, let me let you know that Chukwueze is having a really hard time in AC Milan right now. There's been some really massive demands on his part to start performing. The coach Paoli wants him to start producing goals and assists. If not goals, try get assists, try impact the game, get them a positive boost in matches that he is being featured. So the coach has now started making comparison between Chukwueze and Pulisic. Chukwueze has played 15 Serie A games and has scored 0 goals and 0 assists. Pulisic, on the other hand, has made similar appearance, scored 7 goals, 6 assists. And this has obviously brought, Chukwueze into the spotlight for criticism, and the coach is now demanding, not only the coach, the club itself. Remember, a few months ago, the club's legend, the person of Paulo Maldini, actually stated that Chukwueze was a waste of money, that they should never have bought him. So all of these things are increased pressure for Chukwueze to perform. This is a call to action for Chukwueze. He needs to step up. It's not just Paoli saying it or AC Milan. We've seen it, in Chukwueze. He's had a sort of a dwindling, performance in the past couple of weeks, maybe even months. We saw him in AFCON, didn't really infect the game, didn't really impact the game very much. But these things happen to professional athletes. You have your days and you have the days that it doesn't go well for you, but we hope that he starts to fire on, turn things around for himself, for his career. So moving on, guys, let me let you know that the coach of Enyimba, Coach Finidi George, has actually advised Finidi Nwabali to make the most of it. This time that the ovation, the press, the media, everything is still high on him. He has now advised him to cash out, from all of these links with clubs that are willing to pay him 70 million naira a week in Saudi Arabia, to this, to that. There are lots of clubs showing interest. We've seen that in the news. But what Coach Finidi has now advised him is to grab this opportunity because, a player's career is not that long. You only have highest 5-10 years to play. If you're lucky, 15 years to play at the top level. And he has now advised Finidi Nwabali to grab this opportunity and make all the money that he can possibly make before before the spotlight goes away from him. And of course, Finidi Nwabali is not a kid anymore. He's like 27-year-old, have like maybe highest 5 seasons to play his professional league at the top level in popular leagues. But of course, that's what Finidi has told him, to cash in or cash out on these opportunities that are coming his way. Of course, currently he's still with Chippa United, awaiting discussions from some of these potential suitors, and we'll get to know how that unfolds. And we'll definitely be here to give you guys the updates. So make sure you're subscribed to the channel for all of these kinds of updates regarding our players. So wrapping up, guys, Frank Onyeka actually made a full appearance for Brentford as they played West Ham yesterday, but it was a disaster of a match for them because they actually lost that game 4-2. It was a complete annihilation of Brentford, really, and no other than that man, Gareth Bowen, getting a hat-trick. He completely stole that match away from Brentford. But it was a bad day for Onyeka, of course. No one wants to be on the losing side, and that game yesterday was possibly one of the worst games that Onyeka could have played in. He played his best, but of course the scoreline always makes the difference. He was on the losing side by a really massive goal margin. But you know, we know our Nigerian players, they're always resilient, they are strong, so we are hopeful that he's going to get back, you know, next week to his best and start winning matches. That is the update, guys. Thank you for catching this one, and as always, appreciation to all of you who tune in to watch the video. To the subscribers of the channel, thank you guys so much. If you're not subscribed, I urge you to subscribe to the channel and never miss a thing about Nigerian Super Eagles players. I wish you all the best today, and stay tuned for more updates.